breaking developments involving North Korea. Tonight, they have launched an intercontinental ballistic missile, and this evening, experts now saying that this missile went higher and further than before. Could this kind of missile now reach cities on the East Coast, possibly New York or D.C.?
The North Korean missile traveled farther than any missile they have ever launched. The ICBM airborne for close to 45 minutes before splashing down in the Sea of Japan.
It looks like this thing can go about 10,000 kilometers. That means from North Korea they could hit most of the United States, so they finally done it.
Meaning not just Hawaii, where they are already putting out safety warnings, but Seattle, Los Angeles, and possibly even Washington, D.C. and New York. Like the missile launched on July 4th, this ICBM was blasted straight into space. But the North can angle the missile trajectory for distance instead of altitude. And today's missile went higher and flew longer than the July 4th test, which is why experts fear it could potentially hit the mainland.
Like horseshoes and hand grenades, getting close is all that's needed when you're dealing with nuclear weapons.
The U.S. and South Korea responded tonight by conducting their own missile exercises.
Breaking news, the US and South Korea have just announced they've fired short-range missiles in a military response to North Korea.
The amount of time this missile was in the air, the distance, as you point out, really concerned those watching closely today. But we still know that North Korea's main goal here is trying to get a nuclear weapon on top of one of those missiles.
That's right, David. And while it was thought that technology would be years away, the Washington Post is reporting that U.S. officials have concluded in a confidential assessment that North Korea could have a nuclear-capable ICBM by as early as next year. President Trump, as you know, David, has said he will not let that happen.
will never forget that Americans and Koreans bravely fought and died together for a free Korea. To the Korean and American veterans of that war, we are eternally grateful for your service and for your sacrifice. More than 6 decades after our partnership was forged in the fires of war, the alliance between the United States and South Korea is a cornerstone of peace and security in a very, very dangerous part of the world. The link between our countries, cemented in battle, is now also tied together by culture, commerce, and common values. Our goal is peace, stability, and prosperity for the region. And we will always defend our allies.
Meanwhile, as you noted, Shannon, new reports that China is beefing up its border with North Korea just in case of any trouble. More troops, more surveillance, bunkers being spotted. Either there are problems internally with the country or even a South Korea-U.S. incursion, which could result in a refugee flow out of the country. North Korea, meanwhile, reacting today to some comments made by CIA Chief Pompeo at a Security Council threatening Kim Jong-un. North Korea saying it would respond with a nuclear hammer.